Good morning to you, good morning to Michael, and a very good morning to Ben Stokes, who I imagine is very frustrated as you stand here, not just because you're speaking with me and Ath, but because you can't get out there.
Especially. Yeah, I'm not sure which one to be more disappointed in, to be honest. Yeah, obviously frustrating to not be able to finish the series. And yeah, disappointed.
Been a cracking series to be part of, though, isn't it?
It's been really good, yeah. It's been, you know, the quality of cricket I think has been exceptional. I think the fact that it's been 20 days of cricket has shown that. Yeah, there's been some pretty good individual performances from people on both sides, but yeah, I think both teams have given absolutely everything so far, and I don't see it being any different this game as well.
Both sides have given everything on some very unresponsive pitch for the bowlers. Has that frustrated you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. Look, it has. I mean, it's been a tough old slog, but I think, you know, if you're expecting everything to be in your favour all the time with conditions and stuff like that, then yeah, you know, when you're up against it, it just shows a lot of character and everything like that your team that you want your team to show. So even though that has been tough and it's been sort of something that you're not too used to in England, it's yeah, I think it's just shown, you know, how much character that both teams have shown to, you know, be able to get 3 results out of pretty unresponsive, you know, wickets, particularly for fast bowling. But yeah, look, it's called Test cricket for a reason. But yeah, maybe this week there might be a little bit more life in it, and I think the fast bowlers are looking at the grass down there going, thank God.
At the end of Old Trafford, you said it was highly unlikely you wouldn't play here. When did you kind of first realise you were in trouble for this game?
I think at the end of that game, obviously you don't want to give too much away. Yeah. You got to wait for everything to settle down. But yeah, it wasn't feeling great at the end of that game. Well, from the morning, to be honest. But once I woke up in the morning, I was pretty sore. Got into the scanner on when was it, Tuesday, I think. I don't even know what day of the week it is, to be honest. But yeah, then obviously the scan results came back. I wasn't too surprised that there was something there.
And did you think about trying to play as a batter alone rather than genuine all-rounder or not?
Yeah, I did. But again, you know, decisions like that, I think you have to take your time over it. And sometimes I think deep down you sort of always do know, but you need that time and conversations, I think, with you know, medical guys, Baz himself, and then sort of time away to yourself to think about it. I think it would have always come to that decision, to be honest. You know, there's obviously, you know, emotion and all that kind of stuff that goes into it, where you want to sort of try and give yourself a chance, but when the reality of everything sinks in and when you start thinking about the potential outcomes of something being worse than what they currently are, yeah, that's when everything sort of sinks in. And I just remember stood there yesterday at the nets, just like watching the lads train, and
You look like a scalded child.
yeah, and I just walked over to Baz and I was like, nah, there's no point even trying. I was going to have a hit, but yeah.
It's been noticeable as we got through the series. I think in the first 2 tests you didn't bowl a spell longer than 6 overs. Then at Lords it was 9 and 10, and Old Trafford 8. Is that just a consequence of, you know, you get into a tight situation and you've just got to go for it? But is there anybody pulling you aside then to say enough is enough?
Yeah, I think there's been periods of, I think you look at obviously the longer spells that I've bowled, they've been in
critical
situations for the team. And that's not me, you know, thinking that I'm the only one who can do it. That's not by means, but it's just, that's experience. And, you know, I've bowled long spells before, and if I feel like I'm really, really threatening, then I'm going to keep going. And I felt like I have been pretty threatening with the ball throughout the whole series. So when you get into those critical moments of a test match, obviously they're going to be later on in the game, then I'm going to do that. So yeah, I think looking into it in terms of you know, bowled too many overs, too many long spells is the reason why we're here. I just think it's part and parcel of what we do as professional sportsmen.
You mentioned you've been threatening with the ball. Do you feel you're back to your best? We've heard you talk about the fact that you were looking at footage from about 2020, trying to get back to somewhere near that. And have you felt that this summer?
Yeah, I definitely have. I think part of, you know, being able to look back at footage, it obviously gives you a good feel, and you actually see, you know, the outcome of when everything's feeling good. A lot of that I think a lot of to do with how I've managed to bowl well this series is obviously my body. You know, I think I actually watched Broady's piece on my front leg. That was, you know, a tiny little change like that does massively affect. I know some bowlers naturally will have a sort of bent leg at the crease, but
You say it's a tiny change. It's quite a significant
Yeah,
change,
but-
isn't it, to make?
yeah, and I think for someone like myself who's always had a brace leg, being able to get that back and have confidence with hitting the crease hard, that was something that I definitely think has enabled me to be able to put in some performance that I've done in this series and this summer so far. Because yeah, look, I mean, just looking at that footage there, it is a massive change. But there's other bowlers in the world who naturally land like that at the crease, and that's them. Whereas obviously me, I need and want to feel like I've got that brace leg to allow me to get that extra few mile an hours that I've managed to get back, and obviously having full confidence in my body compared to, you know, all the troubles I had with my knee and stuff like that beforehand is I think a big reason as to why I've been able to give the input that I have done in this series.
Obviously building up to this massive, big climax to this series, but obviously then got 5 massive games down in Australia. Overall picture, where would you say your Test team is at?
Yeah, I think we've taken some really good strides. Like this, I know there was a lot of said around this Indian team coming without any, you know, Ashwin, Rohit, and Virat, who are obviously 3 massive players for them. They've done great things for Indian cricket over their careers, but this Indian team that have came here are a quality team as well. And I think you look at some of the numbers that their batters and, you know, the efforts that their bowlers have put in, it's not been a tough tour at all. You know, teams made up of 11 players, not one individual is going to win you a game. But I think we've taken some really good strides forward as a team that we wanted to, and yeah, I think, you know, the chat that we had around as a team after that long break we had after the New Zealand series, I think it's been great to be able to talk about it, but then also see us implementing that towards games and coming out, you know, with a few good results as well.
Just finally, it's been a spicy series at times. Do you regret anything?
No, I think it's, you know, I say this a lot whenever something gets said around spice or confrontation out on the field. It's always going to bubble away at some point and show itself, because, you know, we're both playing for our countries, and there is going to be moments where the competitiveness and the I don't know, the energy and the adrenaline is going to come out in teams. And honestly, I just think it gets over-egged sometimes massively. You know, it's something as players we don't lose sleep over. If there's a bit of niggle out there whatsoever, it's part of the game. And, you know, it's the emotion of playing professional sports and trying to win a game for your country.
Appreciate your time. Good luck with the rehab.
Thank you,
Thank
mate.
you very much,
Cheers.
Ben. This series is still on the line, that is for sure.